Hey, welcome to this Command Modern Air Naval Operations gameplay video. If you love modern battle simulations, then don't miss a minute of what's coming up. Hey, welcome. It's time to play some Command Modern Air Naval Operations. I think we're going to go ahead and do that third submarine tutorial. So what do you say we start squaring some things away, like moving that message log off onto the other monitor and jumping in here and selecting the scenario. While I load this up, hey, if you haven't subscribed, why not? Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification so you'll always know when I've uploaded another video. Like and share. And please leave me a comment. Okay, this is the third in a series of tutorials designed to teach players the fundamentals of submarine operations in CMANO. In this tutorial, the following topics will be covered: diesel-electric propulsion, snorkeling, loading specific weapons to a mount, submarine-launched anti-ship missiles, submarine-launched cruise missiles, and submarines equipped with surface-to-air missiles. And that's an oddball. Okay, let's excuse me, load them up. So, in this scenario, you will have command of a Russian diesel-electric attack submarine. Using pop-up messages, you will be guiding through the following topics, which we've already discussed. Your mission is to destroy a merchant ship with missiles, conduct a land strike with cruise missiles, and destroy an aircraft with surface-to-air missiles. You will have support from friendly maritime patrol aircraft, which will not be under your control. Excuse me. So we don't need to read the rest of that. And somehow or another, I need to clear my head for a moment. Oh, thank you for the cough button. Let's go ahead and enter the scenario. And I don't know why. Scenario, okay, the realism options. Could that be changed here? There's still things about this game I don't understand. Don't care. All right, what have we got here? We've got a kilo. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, let's discuss the differences between our diesel-electric submarine and the nuclear submarines used in previous tutorials. Well, you know what? I think I will sit here quietly for a moment. About that long, and I'm still coughing. Pause the video and read this if you're interested. Okay, and scoot that down a little bit. All right, now the important thing, as this tutorial begins, our submarine is submerged and almost out of battery power. You can see this in the right sidebar below the unit fuel heading. And there it is. We have 120,000 units of diesel fuel and 500 units of battery fuel. Okay, that's an interesting way to put it, remaining. So that can't be good. So we need to go to periscope depth, run the diesel engines to recharge the battery, set your depth to periscope depth and your speed to creep. And I think, yeah, let's see, that's F2. There we go. Go to periscope depth so they'll start snorkeling. Set it to creep. And let her rip. I don't think it tells us to do this. I think the next pop-up is going to tell us to come down into this area designated by these waypoints. So let's start that up. I am just having a big old time today trying to breathe and talk, aren't I? Yeah, serious coughing problems here. Yeah, well, it seems to be happening, but it's very slow. Let's kick it up to 15 seconds. There we go. Now we're periscope depth. The crew automatically raises the snorkel, switches our submarines over to diesel power. Okay, so let's not get into all this stuff. Like I said, pause the video and read this. The important thing is, well, let me give that another second or two. Okay. If you've read it, you've read it. Note that the diesel heading in the unit fuel box is bolded. Not true. the battery is it's still showing the battery. So these scenarios have a few little uh-ohs, but if I restart it, it will switch. We've got a destination to get to. Plot a course to position inside the reference points to your south and set the speed to cruise. Okay, that's F3. Click there, F3, and let's, plot some waypoints. And not the F2, and up to cruise. And you can see now diesel's bolded. Okay, aim to be inside the destination area no later than 11:30 Zulu. What time is it now? Well, I don't know how long it'll take to get there, but we're at cruise speed. Let's go. So we're off the coast of Syria, Cyprus off to the west, Turkey off to the northwest. And somewhere along the line here, it's going to get excited. You can see the battery fuel units are increasing. Okay, we're on station in our patrol zone. Our batteries are still very low. In most situations, a submarine commander would avoid allowing a battery to be drained below 50% unless it was mission essential to do so. In CMANO, the AI automatically manages your battery for you. Using the Doctrine settings, you can view in the Doctrine window. So let's pull up the Doctrine window. Control F9. Oh, that didn't work. Control F9. There we go. Under ASW, we're going to make a change to standard Doctrine change. Dive when threat is detected to no. Okay. There's all kinds of options there. Yes, when ships within 20 nautical miles, aircraft within 30 nautical miles. Yes, on periscope depth search capable, blah, blah, blah. Okay. For this scenario, we're going to set it to no. This means the submarine will not automatically dive to shallow depth upon detecting nearby threat. In a large scenario where you're controlling multiple units, this Doctrine setting is very handy. It allows submarines to respond intelligently to threats that appear nearby. Okay. Other useful Doctrine settings for submarines include the avoid contact setting, which instructs the AI to move away from known contacts, which can be useful for SSBNs or clandestine operations. The recharge battery percentage settings allows you to set at the point which a diesel submarine would automatically come to snorkel depth recharge batteries. And use AIP setting allows you to control when submarines fitted with air independent propulsion start using air independent propulsion. So we've done that. Let's prepare for the next serial. This must Okay, so friendly maritime patrol aircraft is preparing to take off in order to targeting data for our planned missile strike. First, we need to prepare our weapons. All right, so let's close this. Let's click the weapons. All right, click the weapons button on the right sidebar. Once it's open, note that the two uppermost tubes are loaded with UGST torpedoes. So we want to click the reload priority to SSN 27 Sizzlers. Sizzler, yeah. And this will commence the reloading process, take about 2 minutes. Once you've done that, plot a course in the patrol zone, set the depth to periscope depth, and speed to creep. Okay, so let's go back into, we're at periscope depth. That's cool. Let's cut it back to creep, which will charge our batteries quicker. And that aircraft's going to take off out of here, I believe. Let's cut this back to 5 seconds, and so we can kind of follow it along. And maybe I should have left it at 15. It's moving right along. Our battery is charging. Our fuel is getting used. Probably take a look in here. You can see that these things are reloading. That's kind of cool. Somewhere along the line here, we ought to be seeing that. There it is. Okay, one more cough button. Okay, now we have a firm ID and position on the target. You may open fire with your submarine launch missiles. There's our generic navigation radar. So that's our target. Small feeder, 5,750 deadweight tons. Course 90 degrees, 20 knots. Okay. You can remain at periscope depth if you wish. Dive to a depth of no more than 160 feet. And we can find that max depth in of the Sizzler in the database. Okay, so we project, let's see. Okay, Shift F1. And click on that Shift F1. I'm getting nowhere again. Shift F1, click. Okay, let's come back here. Shift F1, there it is. I had to have the submarine selected. Click, and we want to allocate, it says 2 missiles, which we can do. Allocate 2 target, and now it's kind of cool. What you can do is plot a course. If you select this, it'll allow you to plot a course so we can have an off-bearing attack. So we should be able to do like, well, we want this thing to fly out to there. Right, awesome. Let's press escape. And commence firing. Let's rock. Let's cut that back to 5 seconds and see what happens. One thing's a fact, it's not quiet when you get game sounds. All right, oops, not stop, pause. Let's speed things up. Oh. Okay, had to be quiet for a second there. Let that get over with. Great work. You destroyed the ship with your missiles targeting data using targeting data from an aircraft. Resume your patrol at periscope depth and creep speed, which I think I already am doing. Select that. Periscope depth, creep speed. Battery is charging. And await further instructions. Let's see. What does F3 tell us? I don't see. Kind of interesting. I don't see that course being plotted, but I know I plotted it. So let's start, and something going on out there like crazy. Stop. Okay, for some reason it has not given me the message, and I've noticed that before. Is it me? No, doesn't seem to be. It says we have detected radar emissions from an Mi-14 haze, and I'm reading it from the message log. Since the pop-up didn't happen, it may be that the speed setting is causing that problem. I don't know, but it's happened to me before, so you got to pay attention when you do these tutorials. For most submarines, the best strategy would be dive deep and try to clear the launch area. However, we're still very low on battery, and the haze has a very long endurance. Chances are we would not escape by doing this. Fortunately, our submarine is one of the very few that is fitted with surface-to-air missiles. We will wait at periscope depth for the haze to close, then surface and destroy it with SAMs. That sounds really exciting. This is, okay. Once the haze is spotted within 3 nautical miles, bring your submarine to the surface. Press Shift F1 to allocate 2 to 3 SAMs against it. You will likely need several shots in order to bring the helicopter down. The SAMs carried by our submarines are last-ditch self-defense weapons rather than dedicated area defense missiles. Right. Okay. Let's see. Yep, there it is, Mi-14. Let's start and see if this thing will come in kind of close. Stop. Let me get this map recentered. I don't know. Is there a way to measure distance? Course, speed and altitude, 243 degrees. This area of uncertainty is pretty broad. Let's slow things down so it's not quite so jumpy. 2 or 3 nautical miles is going to be in here, so we need to wait till it comes in, really closes in on us. You can see where it's being detected, all the systems over here are squawking. Range estimated 106 nautical miles. One said 9, one says 8.6. So you can see there's a huge difference in the, now what the heck? Still says 107 nautical miles over here. That sounds long. We'll just keep going here. Wow. Incredibly. See, we've got one brick pulp, whatever that is, detected by brick pulp. Russia radar warning receiver. Okay. So the radar warning receiver is saying it's really close. The SPQ-3 Sirena, which is another radar warning receiver, is saying it's out at 108. So that's just fascinating. Just keep watching. 4.2, 4.2. I wonder. F3. Select that F3. Just for fun, let's turn the submarine and see if that does anything. Start. And get back on that guy so we can get some of these. Hold on. Now that area of uncertainty just got seriously small. We're still getting outrageous. Well, let's see what happens if we surface. And oh, that was F1, F2, surface. Let's come up the cruise speed and see if we can learn something here. Whoa. Well, look, I'll get this thing centered up. Looks awfully close to me. So now, how we use these weapons? Let's get in here. Ah. Right. Okay, how the heck do I use these bloody things? Reload. Oh, wait a minute. Well, to have that as a reload priority, that's fine. The mass launcher. That's right, that's how that thing works. Do a shift F1, target. Weapon is unable to engage imprecise target. Well, what if we allocate 3 weapons and see what happens? Let's cut the time down. Well, apparently he hasn't gotten a good look at him. Shift F1, target. We just haven't got a good feel for this guy yet, have we? Well, let's keep going. Well, okay, we're at 1 second here. Let's kick it up. This game has got me still wondering what the heck, right? Five seconds. Oh, wow, he's still way out there, or we think. No kidding. Well, Let's really kick the time up. Well, I guess that worked. Excellent work. There are not many submarine commanders with confirmed aircraft kills. Yeah, because it's insane. While in this situation, defending ourselves with SAMs is a viable tactic, the vast majority of world submarines do not carry SAMs. The vast majority of situations you find else will not be as simple as this one. That said, if you do have SAMs, you can unexpectedly turn the tables on ASW aircraft that are usually able to hunt submarines with impunity. Continue on station at periscope depth and cruise speed. Okay. Let's see. F2, back to periscope depth, and stay at cruise speed. And let's go. Now you see the pop-ups started happening again, and that's a good thing. Now we just have to wait. That's kind of interesting. We stop this thing. Look at the message log. The first one got him. Well, weapon SAN-8 Gremlin. Number 50 overshot the target. Number 50 is right out. I guess the other one's got it, and it just doesn't say. Huh. Okay. Get off my screen. Let's go. All right. Now for your final serial, 2 land targets are displayed. That would be these 2. Land target 1, land target 2. We have to load SSN-30s. So that would be hitting the weapons. Now what's interesting is only these 2 tubes have that available. The rest of them are torpedoes. Test 71. Well, read that stuff at another time. Right now we want to, oops, well there's a caliber. Right now we want to load these guys. Deselect the SSN-27s, select the SSN-30s, and let her rip. You know what? We ought to go ahead and be able to watch them load, right? Yep, there we go. They're ready. Okay, well now we should be able to hit Shift F1, select that target, allocate 1, and again Shift F1 there, allocate 1. Okay, I think I got that right. Let's find out. Let's reduce the time and go. Did I send them both to the same target? Oh no. Let us pause. Let us check weapons. Looks like that one is ready in 1:31. Well, if I screwed up, we'll launch another one. It looks like I launched 2 on that one target. We should be able to watch the weapons preparing. Record, really? I'd like to know what that does. Well, that guy is going to get stomped. Okay, Shift F1 here. Let's allocate 2 there. What the heck? And although I did not give him that off bearing, that's interesting. I wonder how that happened. Well, I just don't know. You will now be presented with the evaluation of your performance. 250. I used 4 SSN-27s. I did? I thought I used 2. I used 3 SAN-8s, 4 SSN-30s, killed that container vessel at Hayes, and 2 target markers. One RGB passive Omni. That must be a noisemaker. That's interesting. Had no idea. Well, so there we are, and that's how that's done. It's taken 24 minutes, which means I've talked far too long. Hey, I appreciate you watching. Come on back. We're going to do it again. There's one more submarine tutorial to go. See you again soon. Hey, thanks for watching. If you click on that picture of very young Waz, you'll be subscribed so you'll never miss another video. Then click on that bell notification button, and please share and comment. See you again soon.